Alright guys, so after I did the first gear mod on my jr50 here, my clutch was binding up. I thought I would adjust it and that would fix it, and it made it to where I couldn't kickstart it. I did a bunch of research, could not figure it out. I could not figure it out, but I do have my old broken case. Took everything apart, got to looking at this case, the broken case, sort of to get hints and clues and ideas of what needs to go where. And by doing so, I figured out that it all deals with this lever here. This is activating my clutch. When this is sitting correctly, the clutch will bolt up like this. It's sort of in about that position. And it'll bolt up like that, and there's no binding. When I had the new case on there, the good case on there, it was sitting about right here, and I would have to like turn this so it would do like that. And it was not hard, but it could be done, and that was creating the binding. So took everything apart and figured out that all of this is connected here. Hope all this is picking up. All of this is connected, and this little wheel right here actually goes off the Kickstarter. So how in the world does this go off the Kickstarter? So here's the Kickstart with the case on and everything. It sits about here. Okay, that wheel sits right there. So this, so I can get all my stuff right, should be sitting something like that. Okay? In order to get this to sit like this, you can't just have it sitting like so. So you kind of sort of got to twist the Kickstarter and play with everything a little bit to get this sort of half moon here to match up with your wheel, which is going to free up this lever, which is going to make your clutch not bind. Therefore, you can sit and idle in gear, because right now I can't sit and idle in gear, or I can't kickstart it because I've adjusted the clutch so far out that I can't kick the motor over, because they're all related. So let me show you what I'm talking about with this old case on, and then I'm going to put the new case on, and we're going to bolt everything up. So let me get the old case on, show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so since I do have this broken case, this is going to be a lot easier to show you sort of how to keep this clutch from binding up. So we can see not a lot of travel here. And here is that sort of crescent that I was talking about. And if you look, I hope it's picking up, right there is the wheel to the other end of this. So we're going to try to get a little bit of travel. I do have the kickstart not very well positioned on there, but it's on there. So watch right here. It's going to go until it sets into where we need it to go. With one hand I'm holding that, with the other hand I'm holding this. Let go, and everything stays. Now here's when I need to put my bolt in, but this case is of course broken, so we're not going to worry about it with this case. And that bolt, hopefully that's showing up as well. There's like a little catch right there. That bolt goes right there, and that is going to keep this clutch from having the hang up, from binding. So let's go ahead and get the new case on there, or the good case I should say. It's not really new. Get the good case on there and put this all back together. All right, so I have my good case bolted back on here. You can see not much travel. I have my wrench already on here. That is a ratcheting wrench, so I'm gonna be able to go up and down fairly quickly. Kickstarter's on there. My plug is not, got quite a bit of thread in there, so you know, definitely not tight. Going to go ahead and do this as best I can. I'm going to try to get this to sit down, get the travel in my lever, and then tighten that all in one go round. So of course I'm gonna have to set the camera down. Hopefully you're gonna be able to see this. Okay, so here we go with our two-handed Houdini trick. Slowly pull my Kickstarter down till my clutch starts to travel. Oh, I've hit something. I'm not sure if I hit my bolt. That's a possibility. I think I hit my bolt. There's my travel. Hold it. Try to get my bolt in there. Take my Kickstarter off of here. Hopefully. Okay. Should hold. Let me let go here. Yes. I have all the travel I need. Let me show you that. So I have plenty of travel now. Okay. All right, let me get the clutch bolted back up in there, and then I'll show you what I mean by it's going to bolt up without bounding up. So we'll do this together. All right, so we're going to put this in. This is, now that first piece is already in there. I couldn't do it one-handed. I was just having too much trouble. Slide this in here. All right, and you see how I have these three indentions? They need to line up to this guy, and this guy needs to also line up to my holes without binding. And as you can see, there's absolutely no binding whatsoever. So now I'm going to put my bolts in here, bolt everything up. I've already done a video on clutch adjustment, so you just follow those steps if you need to figure that out. Bolt all this up, and then I'll show you we don't have any more idle issues in first gear or second gear, or in gear I should say. So let me bolt this up. If you need to see how to do this, I have a video on this, or how to adjust. I have a video on how to adjust it. But now our clutch is not going to bind up. So let me get all this back together and I'll demonstrate it for you. Okay, so she is up and running. Let me do my very best to sort of try to show you what she does when I put it in gear. Now before it would cut off every time I went into gear. So I can go into second, I can go into first, and she still does good. And because it's me, and I have to do this with everything, let's go ahead and smoke the tire. That is absolutely the best way to tear something up, you know, right after you fix it. Works though. Hope it helps. Thank you much.